Okay, so just a second before we started recording, Todor asked how he looks.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that right now, and there's no need for anybody to answer that because I look goddamn fantastic, man.
You know, Todor, if you were a real friend, you would have told me that I need to upgrade my production level when it comes to these podcasts.
When it comes to guests, right? I mean, I'm here right now. Your level was pretty low.
You know what? It's not easy to keep pushing content when you get 20, 30, 50 subscribers a month and you still keep pushing content. And you know, we just talked today about your podcast. I think your channel, I checked today, it's less than 300 subscribers.
Hey! This was not supposed to be the fucking.
I
We're
I
talking
am
about
not
your
I'm
podcast.
not comparing. Okay, so I'm not saying that to compare.
There you are. You always compare, man. It's always Toomey Rimola, fucking Phillips Oral B. It's always or
Wait, I think your microphone is not I don't know. Did you choose this one? Can you check in your
yeah. I
settings?
chose this one. Yeah, it's this one. It works well.
Okay, okay. So yeah, so for those of you who don't know, me and Todo have a long dispute. What is it? An argument? I don't know, like a
Not even
battle.
an argument, man. You always like the wrong stuff. This is the problem, you know. Like
So
it's not
I
phone, it's Android. It's not PlayStation. It's Xbox. Like, how can you manage to be on the opposite side of the spectrum
every time.
every time?
But wait, you're using a PC, right?
No,
You're using a Mac?
of course. Are you fucking crazy? Who
So I'm
uses?
using a PC. When everyone uses Intel, I think I'm the only one who uses AMD. Wait, no, this one is Intel. The new one is Intel.
I
And
think
then
we're finally getting to the bottom of it. You're just against the whole world, man. It's not only me. You're just against everything that people ever said.
wait, so we have wait, let me just try to understand this. I buy, and I would even say a fan of Toomey. You're a fan of Rimowa. You're a
Power camp.
fanboy of Apple.
Oh,
I am always with an Android. I play Xbox, you play PlayStation. What else do we have outside of that?
we have the Class Azul and Don Julio
Oh,
argument. Let's
yes,
not
yes,
forget
yes.
about that one.
That was very big. That was very big. Okay, wait, Todo,
Uh,
you know what? You just
Toothbrush.
okay.
What kind of toothbrush?
Oral B?
Of course, you idiot. It's
What do you
Philips.
use?
Philips Sonicare is the right one, man.
You understand it's a device that spins the thing.
Yeah, but no, the other one doesn't spin. It gives you an ultrasonic clean. This is
It
the
sounds like a marketing thing.
no, it's not. Well, how much money did Google give you to sip tea from that cup? Like, how much are you
Not how
getting?
much money they give you, it's how much money you spend.
Jesus Christ. How much money did you give them to give you that cup?
Wait, so if you had to buy a camera, like a DSLR mirrorless camera, what would you buy?
Sony.
Guess what I bought?
Well, I don't know. Fucking, what is it? Nikon.
It's a Nikon.
There you go. Okay, I was sure. You don't even need to ask me, man. Like, I know that you're always going to be on the opposite side of the spectrum.
But at least I don't feel like committed to Nikon, unlike all of the other brands. You know, where the last time we had the biggest kind of like not argument, but like the Class Azul versus Don Julio. You know when it was?
No, I don't remember.
Try to remember.
In Bangkok?
No, at my wedding, which was what 6 months ago.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, you
Yeah,
had
and then
Azul, and guess what? The Class Azul ran out first.
that's what I wanted to say.
It's because it's the best one. Everybody goes for the best first.
No, it's more marketed, and I think that you are, yeah. But you know what? Listen, it's something I keep in this small Toomey bag. Okay, it's a small Toomey bag, and I want you to tell that story because I think that this is unless you feel like you don't want to, but this coin, it's a gold coin. It's actually made out of gold. It's I don't know if the camera is
Oh,
gonna.
man, you can't. You like can't really see it good whenever it's in the
Let's
box.
see. Let's see. Maybe it's gonna capture it.
Well,
It's not,
maybe
huh?
if it was a better camera. Perhaps. I don't know.
Perhaps.
Well, you take a
No,
picture.
I think it's just it's auto focused. It's locked on me,
Yeah.
but it's a very very nice
Hey,
coin.
it's like you're Louis the 16th, the God's son that's made out of gold, and you're trying to show off a small gold coin. Of course, the
Okay,
photo say
tell
on it.
everyone the story. I think it's a good story.
Yeah, well, so this golden coin was actually my present to Maor for his wedding. It is a good story because back in 1940 something, whatever, the Second World War was going on, and there was a lot of Jewish people were ran off to concentration camps from all over Europe, and the same was
I don't think
happening
they
here.
ran to the concentration camp. I think they brought them there, but okay.
Well, it was like they sort of. Uh,
They ran from the concentration camp.
no, they ran them towards it. I mean,
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah.
so in Bulgaria, there was a big, Jewish diaspora at the time, as everywhere else, I guess, in Europe. So my great grandparents bought a house from a Jewish family in Pazardzhik, which is a city which is sort of in the middle of Bulgaria. And these people were just trying to flee Bulgaria before that, so they were obviously selling everything that I had in order to move away, as far as they can get from what was happening in Germany and Poland and all that. But strangely enough, our king refused to give away our Jews. So no train sort of compositions left Bulgaria towards Auschwitz or any of the other places at the time, for which the Jewish people have been very grateful to Bulgaria forever, and that is something that anybody can check. But however, some of them fled the country, and that family that basically sold the house to my great grandparents was one of those families. And years later, as they were renovating, under some floorboards in the kitchen, my great grandmother found like a little sack full of golden coins, and those golden coins have been given down to the boys from the family. Traditionally they were used to be melted down and to be turned into wedding bands for the newlywed couples, and I, as one of the people from the family, got three of those coins, and it sounded, and I thought of what I can give you for your birthday, man. You got everything. I mean, you've made enough money. Look at the place.
Birthday or wedding?
Sorry.
You said birthday. It's a
Yeah.
wedding.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Wedding. I mean, I was thinking of a gift for your wedding, and thinking about, like, you got the house that you wanted. I already been to the house. The house looks amazing. There's nothing that I can add on there that would make it look any better. There's no pair of shoes or anything that I could give you. I mean, I could have went for a remote bag or for something like that, just to take the piss. But I thought that this would be fitting to get this coin back to Israel, back to where it came from, and give you like a part of my family story to take with you, and have it like on your wedding day as something that I'm sure that you would cherish more than you know
Oh no, for sure. This is
money, or like a massage, or like a trip to somewhere or wherever that you would have forgotten. But this is
yeah.
something. It's actually a coin from the 1800s. It's part of the, it was the face on it is of Napoleon Bonaparte's nephew, who was later in charge of France. And it's something that has a good sentiment. It's something that you always remember. Oh, that asshole Todor came. He got drunk on my birthday, but he gave me this golden coin. So he's good.
Yeah. Okay, so just because I want people to hear you well, I want to just say that I think your microphone is a dynamic microphone, so you need to speak to it.
Really? How do
Yeah,
you?
now this is like way different. This was like 2 out of 10, now it's 10 out of 10.
Oh man. Okay, so I'll keep it closer then.
Yeah, yeah, this is completely different. So first of all, there are lots of pieces to this story that it's the first time I hear. Smaller pieces because I knew, the whole background stories, and I wanted to tell you thank you again. And this is it's amazing. I think it's one of the most unique and sentimental stuff that I got and possess. So thank you. Um, the I wanted to jump over and talk to you about something that I have thought of. And this is just like, very raw inside my head. So if it comes out very weird, then it's normal for me.
All
But
right.
okay, so usually when people do something, they're like either choosing the same type of business or the same category in terms of either risk or in terms of how they utilize their skill set. And then we have two businesses that you are doing, and I'll do a very small intro if you want to dive a little bit deeper than you can. But in general, the two biggest focuses that I know that you're focused on now are Sachi, which is a metaverse online casino that's going to be based on the Unreal Engine, and it's going to take online gaming, gambling to a next level where everything is gamified, which is basically having the same fun as you play Candy Crush with the same fun that you have when you play roulette, blackjack, baccarat, and the other stuff. And then on the other side, you have Kiki, which is based on greed. It's a meme coin. It's based on, the base asset as much as it's based on intellectual property, which I think 80% of meme coins don't even have, or even more. It's still something that the base asset is, the community, and it's based on, it's not just that, in the metaverse, in on the blockchain, it's named pump. It's just, um, so obviously there are lots of stuff that overlap between both of them. Okay, both of them live in the metaverse, both of them live in, like, the blockchain world. Sachi is based on blockchain. Lots of stuff that overlap, but I'm talking about kind of like your personality that chose to go on these both of these directions. One is a project that you can lift in like a day. Any developer can get a meme coin, again, not with IP and not at the level that Kiki is at and stuff, in like, a few hours. And the other one is a project that you have to work on for years, recruit a team, get money. It's like very different. So I'm like interested of like how your brain thinks or chooses these projects, and how you see it basically.
Okay. Okay. So let me try and you know, summarize this and try to give the best explanation possible. So I'm a builder. Uh, things that things that conventional meme coins do, like the big pump and dumps, I have zero interest in, and I've never been that kind. I'm not a gambler myself, and I'm not a person who gets excited about the opportunity of making money overnight and then running off with it. So what I saw in the meme coin space that the utility tokens such as Sachi really lacked, in my opinion, was the community building element. So having to build a community and building a community with the speed that a meme coin can actually build it with, and then having something behind it to provide a sustainable business model and a future for this particular project token was what excited me. I saw the previous bull runs and crypto cycles in which the more how do you call them, the utility tokens were thriving, and what actually brought them down, the fact that these utility tokens were too focused on the product itself and they lacked the community building side of it, is what sort of caused their demise and them not being successful. A lot of these projects crashed even though they were amazing and really good. So what happened in the meme space is exactly the opposite. Then all the focus went to community building, and to projects that ran under, under different rules. And then those communities though felt scammed because every week or every sort of few days, a new great meme came out. The liquidity was moved from one project to another, to another, to another. Excuse me. And there were always people that were stuck with paying the bill. Like the ones that moved fast.
Yeah, it was
Okay,
kind
they
of
got
like a pyramid scheme.
exactly. And all these people, all these communities were like, but we love this project, we love this meme, and now people abandoned it to move to the next big thing. So this what led me to think, okay, so if we build a hybrid between the two, if we use the community building aspect of the memes to build a strong community, and then bring some sort of utility and monetization tool to this project, such as the utility tokens did, and have this run in a package, and have that run for a sustainable longer period of time where people can actually get behind it, wait and see the fruits of their labor. Because in the meme space, it's essentially what this is. It's a multi-level marketing scheme where you fill your bag, you start selling to other people, and then you dump on them and you run away. But here, the idea was that you can get behind the project, you can start working for the project, you can start building up your bag, but then you build something like what we do with Kiki. The first and natural thing, of course, was for me to merge the two projects that I'm into. So Kiki automatically became a playable character in Sachi. How does this benefit Sachi? It's exactly the community building that we did through Kiki. We have like 60,000 strong members on X. We have 37,000 on Telegram. These are people that really like Kiki. They like the character. They like what we're doing with it. They have filled their bags with Kiki tokens and they want to see it grow. So
Okay,
these
wait.
people,
Let me ask you. The fact
no,
that they
one second.
fill
Let me
their
just say
bag.
this.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Is the idea is that these people will come to Sachi to play with Kiki just like that. I'm not going to have to spend money on customer acquisition. I'm not going to have to spend money to tell them like why they need to come in. I can bring in this whole community into my other project just like that because I'm going to give them a utility for Kiki to play with.
Okay, so what would you say to someone who tells you they don't understand how someone who likes the community would become a gambler? Because at the end of the day, Sachi is, an online gambling. Yes, you can do a few games that are not like traditional conservative casino, but at the end of the day, you need money. And the second thing, maybe someone would come and say, "Hey, you know what? Dude, you know what? You're a little bit delusional because, yes, the community, the core community, let's say even 1,000 people, which is a lot, would actually believe in that. But even they came in as investors. And any investor is looking for ROI. They're looking to make more money on their initial investment, at the very least, secure their initial money to just to pull out and stuff like that. And maybe you kind of like fell in love with setting up a community, and you can't really do the education. You can't, it's almost like I would come to a club where everyone came to drink, to meet women, and I would be, hey guys, there is an artist here, he's the DJ, he actually worked on this song, you should listen to it. And everyone doesn't care about the DJ. They want to meet women, they want to drink. You know what I mean? The chances of me educating and really changing their way of even set of beliefs.
Okay. Let me answer that. So everybody, Kiki being ran as a IP focused project means that Kiki creates monetization using its IP, which means that people who play in Sachi with Kiki, you know, they Kiki, the actual foundation of Kiki gets rewarded a royalty from all the people that came through that channel, which
So
are
it's their
buying.
interest to push it.
Of course, it's through buying Kiki avatars. Kiki receives a few tokens from every avatar sale. Affiliate links, if they came through the Kiki community, there will be an affiliate going through that. And how does that benefit? You will ask the whole community and not a certain group of people from that. So, with the money that's generated through the intellectual property sources, that money comes in towards the Kiki Foundation. It comes in stable token, let's say USDT. So Sachi will be paying affiliate and every other royalty fee in USDT. With that USDT will be bought Kiki from the market, which will increase the price of the Kiki, and then that Kiki will be burned, which means that it will take out Kiki from the free supply and it will raise the price of the token permanently. So the whole Kiki community will benefit from the more Kiki is used in the Sachi metaverse, for instance. They will benefit because the token supplies will be the token supply will be reduced constantly from that use of the Kiki IP. So they will have interest to push people and say, hey, go and play that because that will have
I
direct
understand. Yeah.
correlation to their own bag.
Yeah. Okay. So I have a question outside of Kiki and Sachi.
Okay.
If you are just a beginner, if you had to explain it to a kid that just starts with, blockchain and stuff like that, and he sees all of these meme coins, every second there is another one. Right now, the market is kind of like down, so, it's not as much as it was when it was pumping, but let's say that you had to explain it to someone who doesn't have the connections, doesn't have the friends, doesn't have the ability to ask on Telegram people that he relies on. How do you actually do due diligence on the right meme coin outside of the IP, outside of looking at the community? Because lots of stuff is fabricated. Communities sometimes they would have bots inside their Telegram or X followers. It's how, like, if you go and buy something, let's say someone has $1 million, 500,000 to invest, and he decides to put some inside the stock market, some in real estate, and then he decides to buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, and he has, let's say, 10-15% that he wants to do high risk, high volatility kind of like investment. With stocks, with funds, he has the ability to do due diligence. He see how much they sold B2B, B2C. It's not the actual terminology, but let's say how many big VCs or how many big institutional investments or investors bought into it. So he feels more secure because they made a crazy due diligence. How do you do a due diligence to a meme coin?
It's very difficult, man, and it's full of scams out there. I would say 98% of it is scams, and it's very bad. The whole sort of culture is turning out to be like very greedy and very bad. So what I would suggest is like try and figure out who the team is behind it. For instance, for Kiki, I went and put my face on there because I believe in what I'm doing. And I don't believe that people would just believe somebody that has like a picture of an ape or whatever on their avatar and has a X00 bang bang whoopee on their like tag name, and then you say, oh, this guy, I can trust this guy. So if and unfortunately this is the case in this space for a lot of these projects. Even the more prominent projects are ran, this is the culture by people that don't go out with they're undoxed, they don't have their real names out there. So what I would do is I think that this is going to start changing, because right now I even see that there's other projects coming, talking about IP, talking about legitimacy, talking about what they will be aiming to build. There's
Yeah.
a company out of Indonesia called Story Protocol. They recently came out with a token called WTF, and their idea is that their token, they want to be the vigilante of meme coins. They want to go after the ones that are just trying to scam people and rug pull people. So they're the ones that are giving shout outs to the legitimate projects out there and actually try to like expose all of the other ones which are scammy and like just
That's what I
untrustworthy.
was trying to say. Maybe instead of the community has like two interests. One, every community, not just Kiki. The first one in the short run would be making sure that the coin has more people buying it and have has more people that are stably, holding it throughout time. And the second thing is making sure that there is some sort of regulation and also even punishment towards
That is
the
it.
98 percent, because just like with every industry we know, like for example diamonds, you have certain certificates that would
Yes.
verify this is a genuine diamond. Someone actually puts their face. Even if you buy a car, you go, you put it in like place that checks it. That place gives you warranty. It's covered by insurance that the engine, the chassis, the shift, the gear is okay.
Yes. I totally agree with you. We need regulation to come into this. And let me tell you, let me share a story with you from very recent, from yesterday.
Hmm.
Okay. So usually the way that meme tokens gain popularity is by what are called KOLs. These are key opinion leaders in the crypto space, who are the crypto influencers. Mostly they roam around X and they share and talk about like different projects over there, because this is the space where meme tokens are native.
Yes.
So there's this guy called the Solstice, a guy that was introduced to us as somebody that is,
Who is
not
us?
not like a typical Kiki,
Okay.
not like a typical KOL, because a lot of these KOLs, they don't do anything. They grab your money and they go. So we have a conversation with him. I present him the project. He's like, wow, I really like it. It's great. And we come to an agreement to pay him the substantial, just listen to this, $60,000 plus an allocation of Kiki tokens for him to support Kiki with a few posts and like, like explain what the
Yeah,
project is
endorse
doing.
it basically.
Exactly. So what happens yesterday is, as we're monitoring the graph, because like as you said, right now the moment is not great for anything. All the meme coins are down, but we're monitoring. We're trying to sustain a good graph because we got listed on 4 exchanges last week. We're trying to go, and all of a sudden the graph goes bang. You know, so thankfully, right now we have a mechanism where we are actually monitoring all of these KOLs and all the token allocations that we've given. And the thing sparks up and says the Solstice just sold his whole token supply. He didn't even sell it in a way that is like, gradual, so it won't hurt the graph. He just dumped it in one transaction, just like that.
Hmm.
So what happened is, we, like me, the other people from the team, we exposed them right away. We showed the he's on, like, this was his agreement. He said, I will hold the token for 6 months. Don't worry, guys. I want to support the project. The project looks great. I'm this and I'm that. And can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I just got a call. So yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Anyway,
I heard.
so these were his rules. So yesterday we blasted the hell out of him. Like me, the other partners, the whole Kiki community was sharing, resharing everywhere. So the guy comes in at one point, like on Telegram, and he's like, "Guys, why did you blast me like that?" And we were like, "Bro, you sold everything without saying anything." And he said, "Well, you could have just told me something. I could have bought it back or something like that." I'm like, "Bro, you try to basically fuck us, and you want us to be cool about it, and give you a heads up and a notice that, like, hey, why don't
Yeah,
you just
that's
buy back?"
crazy.
These are like, and this is,
Because I feel like people normalized fucking each other up so much that it's weird that you even like
yeah,
complain. For
of
him
course.
inside, it's not like if you used to steal 5 years ago, you stole and you ran. Now they steal and they're still there because they know another sucker is coming.
Absolutely. For him, it's like, and he actually blocked us because he's afraid that we're going to damage his reputation. He won't be able to fuck other people.
Amazing.
And this is just one guy, and I'll be telling you a lot more stories in the next sort of couple of weeks, because a lot of findings are coming out, and we're going to be exposing a lot of people from the industry that behave like they're your best friends, but the one thing that they want to do is just steal everything that they can steal from you and just move on. This is the whole thing. It's just, as you
Here's
said, it's just
one
so
thing.
normal to steal now.
Okay, so a week ago, something, me and Attila, we were doing this podcast as well. We started talking about, we called it the chicken or the egg. Do you think the algorithms influenced people, or people were already bad to begin with, and they just used the algorithms? Because it's like, wait, let me just stop this. So, some people are like, I keep seeing that it's like it evolves, like some people called it the age of grifting, and I see it gets worse and worse and worse and worse. So I see one angle would be girls that are normalizing OnlyFans and stuff like that, and within the Israeli society it's much worse than it is on the US, just because the Israeli society is a much more kind of like a tribal,
Yeah.
um, kind of thing. Everyone knows everyone, so it's not something normal to do for sure. And the other thing is that you see everyone is talking, mumbo jumbo. Some guy is like trying to sell water. His pitch is like, you're drinking dead water. This is how you drink live water. Dead water only makes you heavy and stuff like that.
It's
The other person says,
snake oil salesman all over again.
yeah, but if this is like, it's not something that you see like, once a month. It's like 30% of your feed on Instagram, probably 60% of your feed on TikTok. And then, the only reason why this happens is that the algorithms, they don't encourage content like we're doing right now. They encourage clickbaity thumbnails and clickbaity headlines where it's like how to make $10,000 a month, how to build your first e-commerce store. It's like, stuff for the masses. It's not people who understand already. It's like, and then there is no, if I had like this huge like breast and it was like all out, in front of the camera, probably I would get a
Oh
much
yeah,
higher CTR. But
you
that's
would
like,
be right on top of it, man.
yeah, and then people. I don't think people understand that getting followers, it doesn't mean that they're getting quality followers. All of these stores that are giving out stuff for free, it doesn't mean that these people are gonna buy once you put down something for sale. So the question is, at the end of the day, if if the rules of the game completely changed, and it's kind of like the same question I asked about the community of like meme coins in the meme coin industry in general, but like don't you feel like we're chasing stuff that's already lost? Are we trying to educate people of like, because we're not their parents, they see success as something that's instant. It doesn't matter if they fuck other people up. And you know what happens? I've been in the industry, in the digital marketing industry for like 15, 16 years now. And all of these snake oil, whatever you call them, salesmen, after 5 years, sometimes they're very, persistent and they stay. After 5 years, no one wants to do business with them. No one wants to do anything. The
Bro,
algorithms keep pushing them, so they think they're doing a good job, but 60, 70, sometimes even 95% of the comments are bad comments, just like very bad. So the algorithms don't know how to recognize good or bad. It doesn't matter for them, because what they're trying to do is keep someone inside the platform for as much as they can, you know
so it's funny. I realized I want to say two things here. First of all, I realized that the snake oil salesmen are the Nutra guys. This is where Nutra started, man. Like I just realized that whenever I said it now, like snake oil was the first Nutra product. This is how it all fucking started. So we're talking about a lot of the Nutra guys. You know, a lot of the Nutra guys. We've seen them on all these conferences. So this was like they are the snake oil salesmen. So that's funny. Second thing I wanted to tell you is like, yes, we're not trying to educate them, but one thing I want to tell you is, so many people got burned from these pump and dumps. So many people lost money. So many people lost their faith that right now, if you educate them that you're doing something right, they fall in behind you and they support you. You should see the Kiki community and how strong it's getting on X, and how much these people are appreciative of the fact that we, the leaders of this community, are giving our time every single day to actually work and build this brick by brick. And it's actually building something sustainable in their minds as well, because they see us every day. Because these people that scam them, they come and go. Tomorrow they're on another project, they've changed their name, that's it.
Yeah.
But they see us every day. So maybe it won't have the effect that we want it to have, like the big wave, tsunami wave, that everybody all of the sudden starts thinking in the
Yeah.
right way. But for sure, these people are understanding that this is something different, and it's something that they want to get behind and be a part of. So deep
I know that
inside,
you have
yeah.
another meeting after this, so I'm just gonna say this, and if you want to respond after, and we will close the conversation after this. We can have another one if you want, but I do want to say that I think that we think, or that I agree with a lot of the stuff that you've said in this meeting, in this podcast, but here with whatever you said right now, I think that we are thinking a lot different. I think that you're very optimistic and I'm very pessimistic. I think that it's a cycle. It's a yes, those people who got burned, some of them would definitely see the benefit. I think that most of them would not want to come close in any way to any meme coin or project in the future after they got burned. And even if that's not true and they still believe in the community, there would still be, especially moving forward with all of the new good blockchain regulation that Trump is putting on in the future and stuff that's probably going to happen, and the fact that it is moving in a good direction where institutes are accepting and embracing blockchain technology even more and more, and Bitcoin. I think that the vast majority are still going to get scammed. And I saw it with other scams outside of blockchain, Forex, binary options. It's almost, it touches the most, you know, it's just something inside our core as human beings. It's like something that hasn't evolved. You know what I mean? It's like really prehistoric emotion, greed, So it touches those dreams. It's like they say you can scam anyone. It's just you have to find them in the right emotional spot. You know what I mean? So that's the way I see it.
Well, I think you're right here, man. And I think the truth is, as always, somewhere between the two of us. Maybe, Toomey has a few good bags. Maybe Rimoa has a few good bags, that there's a middle ground in there somewhere. You're a pessimist. I'm an optimist. Most of the people are somewhere in between what me and you are saying. So, in between the two of us, that is where the future lies. And I believe that we should wait and see. I do realize that like the bad people are they make money a lot easier. They run away a lot easier. But I'm here to stay and try and prove this wrong.
By the way,
And
they're
maybe,
not. If I look in the past 10 years and stuff, I was amazed a few times in my life where people called me and I'm like, I know that they're doing forex, unregulated forex and stuff, and they asked me for like an investment, like even a very small investment, like 100,000 or something like that. Which I know I'm not. It's a lot of money for a lot of people, but in terms of investments, it's not a huge investment.
yeah,
And I asked them, you've been scamming people for a lot of money for like years. How come you don't
you don't
have
have
it?
100 grand, right?
It's like they tell you a story about how they got divorced and how life has blah blah blah, and it's almost like I don't know how it is in like Christianity, but in Judaism we have a saying that there is no blessing in these types of money. You know what I mean?
Karma is real, man. It doesn't matter what religion it is. Karma is real. And if you're a fucking asshole, karma will bite you in the ass, sooner or later. So yeah, I believe that. By the way, this this flow is really good. We should we should do a tag team sort of thing, and we should like invite third party people and grill them and do stuff like that. That would be a good podcast.
Okay, yeah, definitely a good idea. I'm gonna let you go to that other meeting you have. Thank you so much for joining, and we will definitely
Cinquecento.
do another
Don't
Cinquecento. We
don't
will
forget
do
the
another
time.
one.
Hey, don't forget the time we used to work there.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Bye.